The European School of Management and Technology is in the middle of Berlin. It's one of Germany's most important business schools. Alberta Boateng from Ghana is a student here. She's planning to work in the startup scene when she returns home. Matida Ndlovu from Zimbabwe is a second-year student doing an internship in a major company. Katiso Soletsi from Lesotho had to wait for weeks to get his visa to Germany. So now he has to work hard to catch up. Most mornings, Letzi is the first in the classroom. He just arrived in Berlin 3 weeks after the start of the semester. Now he's catching up on course material he missed. And he's doing it all while getting used to the unfamiliar surroundings.
It's overwhelming for me. Even simple things like having a Mercedes-Benz as a cab. It's a surprise for me because that's just for people we consider to be rich in my home country to drive a Mercedes-Benz. So here it's just a cab. So I was a little bit freaked out. I didn't even think I had the right to ride inside that cab. I thought maybe there's another kind of a cab for people like me.
Letzi is from Lesotho, one of the poorest countries in Africa. Most people there make a living as farmers. The student has a scholarship from the Kofi Annan Foundation. His father is a farmer and his mother a teacher.
They've always had that vision that the kids should get proper education, as they didn't get a proper education from their background. So they've always pushed us. It's their effort. We've been pushed to study, and then we ended up liking it.
The course of study at ESMT is challenging. Students spend 2 years learning about cost management, production processes, growth prospects, and marketing strategies. But sometimes they leave the classroom behind. For example, for a little management training in the forest. The students can't see and aren't supposed to speak. Communication without words. It's a lesson in teamwork.
Hey. Wonderful.
No. We're done.
Yes. That may be one of the key competences of you as future managers, right? To also be able to improvise.
The biggest challenge altogether is just to decide on one thing. This is the hardest thing. Because everybody...
making decisions.
Yes.
Everybody has a good idea.
I think actually in company it's also the same. You know, just they have
everybody. Imagine you go to a board meeting and everybody wants to have the best idea. So
and
they're just agreeing on compromising and knowing that these 5 ideas all mean this one thing in this way.
Yeah. This is, I guess, why Europe can't decide on the Flüchtlingskrise.
Yeah.
Early evening in Munich. Matida Ndlovu is in the midst of an internship at Allianz, one of the world's largest insurance companies. She's meeting up with Sofa Nem, who comes from Cambodia.
Munich has no respect for a student budget. It has no respect. It's pretty pricey here.
One frequent topic is the problems facing their countries at home. Things like Cambodia's healthcare system.
For a proper medical checkup, you should go to Thailand or Vietnam for a better trusted result that you could count on.
This is why I always thought it noble when Nelson Mandela said, you know, he was going to be treated in South Africa and not go anywhere because he trusted in the medical service and the doctors that they had in South Africa. But if you're a leader and then you have to go out of the country, that says something about what you haven't achieved. You know, it's like a condemnation of yourself.
Katiso Soletsi has finally managed to reach his father. The mobile network there is patchy. His father wants to know everything about Letzi's life and studies in Berlin. His family is very proud of him.
They're not just happy, they're pretty excited.
And people can interpret
Letzi studied mathematics in Lesotho. He loves statistics and equations, but he says that won't get him very far back home.
In my country, you find that most scientists, at a certain level, they don't get promoted because they lack managerial skills. So I really don't want to have a bound. Yes, I really want to be promoted all the way where possible.
Does a manager also need courage?
In the next exercise, there is definitely some heights involved.
First, there's a climb up, and then it goes straight back down. It's another team-building exercise, but not everyone's up for it.
I'm too scared, to just go down there. I see it, and then that's the first impression that comes to mind. I can't do this. I know I'm supposed to try, but then...
The rest go ahead and take the plunge. So will the team get a scolding?
What do you think about a person not joining the whole team?
Has a right.
Exactly, yeah.
I came down and I'm like, God, what have I done to my group? I wish I could have, but it was just too scary.
Which actually also means that you took care of yourself, right? We as future managers need to recognize all the time that we first of all need to take care of ourselves, despite some group pressure that we may feel, right?
So she did everything right after all. Next time, we'll see how Alberto Boateng is adjusting to Berlin, how Katizo Letzi is learning to market himself, and how Matida Ndlovu is planning to continue her studies and pursue a startup idea.